And welcome to beautiful Texas State University. We're so glad that you're here at the Texas premiere of Stations of Mychal. A couple things. If you've never been to a song cycle, you're in for a real treat. I would like you to know that please hold any applause until the end of the cycle. We're going to try to continue the songs, and applause will kind of break that up a little bit. Also, tonight's performance is free. This is a gift. Mychal Judge gave freely of himself to so many, and tonight we are going to be collecting some donations for Mychal Judge charities. And if you are so moved by this performance, we invite you to go to www.stationsofmychal.com, and there's a donate button on there. So Mychal with a Y. A few things. My wife brought this to my attention. She said, some of your students may not know some of the events that happen in the cycle. For people my age, we remember a lot of these events. So she said, why don't you say a few things? So thank you, Laura, for making me say a few things. In the 1980s, we had an epidemic. It was known by many as the gay cancer. We now know it as HIV/AIDS. Father Mychal was a Franciscan priest, and Franciscans wear this traditional brown robe. Because of that, he was an ordered priest. He was not part of the Archdiocese of New York. The Archdiocese of New York put out a directive saying, we don't know what this gay cancer is. Please stay away from hospitals where they have HIV wards. And Mychal Judge said, nope. Jesus went and touched the lepers, I'm going in. So he had a lot of courage at a time when many people did not. So one of the songs, Dignity, talks about that event. And he would go into the rooms, he would hug these young men who had sores all over their bodies, and most of them looked like skeletons. I'm sure you've seen pictures or videos of this. He would hug whatever family members showed up. Sometimes their families just absolutely betrayed them and said, you're not part of our family anymore. So he would go in there, hug them, kiss them on the forehead. He would bring oil, and he would anoint them, and he would rub their feet. What an act of love, right? And so at a time when these people thought their families hated them, that God hated them, Mychal went to see them and gave them comfort in their last hours. So that's the second part of the song, Dignity. Also, Trans World is one of the songs in this cycle. In 1996, there was a 747 jumbo jet en route from New York to Paris. There were 230 souls on that plane, and it blew up over Long Island Sound. And Mychal, being the fire chaplain, went to the Ramada Inn where they had the families, and he gave them comfort. He came to them in their time of need to weep with them, to pray with them. And these are families that run the gamut from Christian to Muslim, every religion, every race, and they just took to this priest, Father Mychal Judge. And so they invited him to come do a memorial service. It wasn't a Catholic mass, but it was a memorial service right there on the beach. So there's a very famous picture of Mychal Judge before that memorial service, looking out over the ocean. And so when we get to Trans World, that's what he's talking about. All right. We just got back from New York City. It was such an honor to be there for September 11th for the 20th anniversary. We were actually the only musical act as part of the 20th anniversary celebration for the city of New York and the fire department of New York. So it was a tremendous honor. With COVID going on, and that we had a hurricane that hit there 2 days before, we were very fortunate to be able to do that. One of the things that moved us the most was the Walk of Remembrance. So if you're ever in New York, every Sunday before 9/11, they have a Walk of Remembrance for Mychal Judge and Detective Stephen McDonald. You'll hear about him in the cycle as well. And they retraced the route Michael Judge took from the Friary on West 31st Street down to the World Trade Center. He was sleeping the morning of 9/11, and two of his roommates, other Franciscans, woke him up and said, "There's a fire on one of the top floors of the North Tower." And so he ran across the street to Engine 1, Ladder 24, literally right across the street. It would be like the piano is the Friary, and the back wall is the firehouse. It's that close. And he ran over there, got his helmet and his coat, jumped in his fire car, and took off towards the World Trade Center, like so many other firefighters and first responders did that day. So this walk of remembrance, it was very special for us because we got to meet a lot of the first responders that were survivors of 9/11. And family members and friends of these brave men and women that ran towards the flames when most people were running away. So it was very special for us. There's also a group called Mychal's Message. It was started by Kellyanne Lynch. We actually met her on Zoom meetings because a very special person, Father Chris Keenan, was our contact person for this project. And Father Chris, when Father Mychal died, Father Chris was one of his roommates. What they did is amazing. They were able to take Mychal's body. When the South Tower fell down, part of the tower came into the North Tower where the command center was, and he was hit by falling debris in the North Tower. The first responders that were there were able to take his body and go outside. Well, it looked like Armageddon out there, and they said, "What do we do with this Catholic priest?" So they took him to the closest Catholic church, which was a couple blocks away, and they laid him on the altar. And then they went back to ground zero to look for more people. So someone at that church called the Franciscans and said, "We have Mychal Judge's body here." So they were able to retrieve his body, bring it back to the firehouse right across from St. Francis of Assisi Church. They had a little service there, just the Franciscans and some of the firefighters who had come back from ground zero. And then after that, the morgue came. The people from the morgue came, got Mychal's body, brought it back to the morgue. Little did they know, Mychal was the first body that was brought into the morgue that day. There weren't a whole lot of bodies. And it took months to find any remains at all. So Mychal was victim 001. And I tell you that at his funeral, Michael Duffy, who was also a Franciscan priest who lives in Philadelphia, said, "I don't know why this happened. I don't know why Mychal happened to be victim 001, but I have a good guess. He wasn't physically able to minister to every single first responder or to go give last rites to people who had jumped to their death in order to avoid flames. He couldn't do that. So he was the first victim so that he could welcome them to heaven." Pretty amazing. We hope that you enjoy Stations of Mychal, and we hope in some way that you fall in love with Father Mychal like we have. So thank you for being here.
I'd like to think I was smiling, more likely I was bawling, like any newborn babe breathing the world's cold air. I learned to use a smile as a weapon, tool, or blessing. When my name was Mychal, when I became a father, when I was Father Mychal. My twin, my sister Dimphna, came 2 days late to the party. Ever and always a part of me, my sounding board, my mirror. My father's name was Mychal. Got sick when we were 3. Our mother Mary and take us to the hospital to see him. But children couldn't visit there. We stood outside and saw him there through the window glass. Ireland is green, they say, my father's Ireland, a land he loved, a land that's called to him, a land of light and joy. Blue sky, green grass, a land beyond time, county Leitrim, hills and lakes and heroes. A song my father sang about a battle long ago in County Leitrim. His songs and stories stopped when I was 6, when I was just a boy. We carried on, my sisters and my mother, my twin, my Dimphna, Erin, Mother Mary Ann. As the world runs down into something called the Great Depression, she does everything she can to keep us moving. Hard on us, hard on herself, hard on God, because the times are hard. We know we have to carry on. We know we have to carry on. We have to carry on. We cannot choose. We cannot choose. We cannot Across the street, a church, brown brick, a brown-robed friar, in backlit glass with arms outstretched, Saint Francis. I'm shining shoes, but something calls me there across the street. Peace, a candle lit, quiet, and in brown robes, no shoes to shine, sandals softly treading the stones and tiles. I am called to this vocation, a vow of poverty, a vow of love. I am chosen. I do not choose. But now the world's at war, and I shine the shoes of men who come and go. Like breath from the lawns of this dirty city, at Pennsylvania Station. What was I feeling when I looked up at that church? When I saw the image of Saint Francis towering above the door, saw the friars ministering to the poor. When I looked up at that church, when I went inside and spoke with the men in brown robes, and saw their simple ways, caring, loving, giving, making dark men in robes made manifest what matters in this world. Not cars or clothes or money, romance or fancy living. I saw in them a dream of who I thought I might become. there is injury, pardon where there is doubt, faith where there is despair, hope where there is dark, light where there is sadness, sadness, console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, and it's in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it's in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen. 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 Rising up, I feel strong Franciscan hands on my forehead, and hear the words I have longed to Consecrare, consecrare, et sanctificare digneris Domine. Manus istas per istam uncionem, et nostram benedictionem. Amen. I am a priest. church, teach me not to serve, not to touch these men who waste away. Sometimes their family shun them, they lose their work, and then lepers, they turn into lepers. Is it for the sin? Is it for the crime of loving other men? church. Unseen and seen unseen, I felt him there as surely as I feel the breath of God. God is love. God is unholy, forbidden. Both touch me without touching me. I touch them both without knowing if they feel my touch. Alvarado. Faith must be enough. Can it be Love is love. Love is love. Love is God. His love is God. His love is God. His love is love. Is God. out music of old Ireland. To honor the life of a fallen friend, to celebrate in a great parade, to sing, to dance, world without end, to bring a smile to the face, to bring a tear to the eye, to walk a mile together. I was reluctant, at first I didn't want the job. Those men who talk of sports and booze and women would not want me to be their chaplain. Not my style, but God had other plans, and I'm so grateful these men put fear aside, go straight into the flames of stairs and ladders, burning halls, the glow of fire ahead lights up their faces. We all should praise their names. These men are saviors. Every day they show me with their courage what we call grace. Oh, how I love to say their names. Paddy, Timmy, Brian, and Jim, Flaherty, Drennan, Fitzgerald, Fitzpatrick, Corcoran, McDonald, O'Flaherty, O'Donnell, O'Dwyer, O'Brien, O'Connor. O'Shea? You get the point. We celebrate, we mourn together, we remember together. And how I love my fire car with the lights and sirens, plates that say FDNY. What a splendid way to ride past the traffic jams and trucks and cabs of this infernal crowded city. My fire car has room for coats and shoes and scarves and hats, for the ones that winter finds outside. My other flock will always be with us. My bit of arm, a bit of face. Bits that could not stand the burn, until finally the cork gave out, and he fell, all of him, and he as chaplains I held what parts I could. His wife is Venus by his side, trusting his doctors, trusting his priest, maybe not trusting God. a shot, another shot. Officer down. Officer MacDonald would never walk again. I pray with him. At first it was my duty, then it became a gift from God. When Officer MacDonald did what most of us could not, forgave that kid and told the world, then told Shabbat. Blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are the peacemakers. If any land cried out for the blessings of peace, Lord, it was Ireland. Then came Good Friday, 1998. The North and the South made a peace or started to. Stephen and I, both Irish, you know, would help them heal them. But as we were leaving, a moment of terror in the north, in the presence, warmed by his love. Our world is empty without them. Our hearts are broken, our sadness immense. We live in sorrow together. We need you, Lord. Please come and touch us. Fill us with courage. Calm our discomfort. Give us signs of your presence. We ask you, we beg you. Come! 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 Told my friend the other day I didn't know how much longer I could keep this up. All those good men gone, all those families grieving, all those homilies for the dead. say to the living, but God always surprises. This time he took me to the Bronx to preach a homily to the men of Engine 73. Ladder 42 FD and Y. A warm sun rises on September 10th, 2001, and I teach myself again what I believe and why. Good morning, everyone. Truly, this firehouse is a chapel. We can never thank God enough for that, and for the lives we have. So standing in his presence here this morning, let us pause, let us close our eyes. Let us thank God for special blessings in our lives. Let us pray. Thank you, Lord, for life. Thank you for love. Thank you for goodness. Thank you for work. Thank you for family. Thank you for friends. Thank you for every gift. Because we know that every gift comes from you, and without you, we are nothing. We make our prayer as always in Jesus' name, who lives with you forever and ever. That's the way it is. Good days, bad days. You do what God has called you to do. You show up, get on the rig, go out and do the job. It's a mystery and a surprise. You have no idea what God is calling you to. But he needs you, he needs me, he needs all of us. Be kind to each other, love each other, work together and do what you do, and from
September 11th, 2001.
Ceiling and visibility unlimited.
8:24 a.m. Voices from the sky. Boston Center. Is that American 11 trying to call? American 11, are you trying to call? All right, Cleveland, New York, Boston. I got a little situation with American 11, American 11. He departed Boston, going to LAX. We don't know where the aircraft is going, and now the aircraft is just west of Albany, heading due south. Possible hijack.
New York Tracon. Where's he landing?
Right now, we don't have any idea. But he was to the northwest of Albany, and we believe he's in a descent.
Kennedy Tower reports. You serious? Kennedy Tower reports that there's a fire at the World Trade Center. And that's the area where we lost the airplane.
Manhattan.
8:47 a.m.
Voices from the ground. Battalion 1 to Manhattan.
Battalion 1, go ahead.
We just had a plane crash into an upper floor of the World Trade Center. Transmit a second alarm and start relocating companies into the area.
10-4, Battalion 1.
This is Engine 10. Send everything you've got to the World Trade Center now. Squad 1-8 to Manhattan, Cape.
Squad 1-8K.
Inform all units going into the box it could be a terror attack.
10-4, all units be advised.
Division 1 to Manhattan. We have jumpers coming from the World Trade Center right now from the upper floors.
10-4.
Battalion 2, Manhattan, Cape.
Battalion 2, go.
Be advised we have jumpers, Cape. Marine 6 to Manhattan, urgent.
Hazmat 1, standby. Marine 6, go.
Be advised. You have a second plane into the other tower of the Trade Center. Major fire.
Car 4, David. Marine 6 advising. A second plane into the World Trade Center. K.
Marine 6, that's the other tower.
That's the second tower at the World Trade Center. K. Car 4, David. Acknowledge.
Car 4, David. 10-4.
10-4.
10-4.
None of this would be possible without the generous grant that Ames and I received from Texas State University. The Research Enhancement Program really made this possible. Before that, it was an idea. We had done a lot of research on it, but really didn't have the means to put it all together. Once we got that grant, Kevin started just rolling as a composer, and Rick Davis, our wonderful librettist, who's up in Virginia. So I really want to thank Texas State, all my colleagues, students, my wonderful, wonderful partners for this. You guys are amazing. I want to thank my family. My mom and dad are here. My in-laws are up there somewhere. My wife and my little boy, and my girl's back here. She played volleyball tonight. One of the things that completely took me off guard in New York, I told you about Kellyanne Lynch, the founder of Mychal's Message. She invited us to, on September 11th, to go and work right next to the bread line outside of St. Francis's Church. So they have a bread line that has been 7 days a week, 365 days a year since 1929. They've missed one day. It was for Hurricane Sandy. But if you're in New York and you are homeless and you are hungry, you can go to the Church of St. Francis of Assisi and you'll get a meal. On September 11th, Mychal's Message hands out to men and to women shirts, t-shirts, underwear, and socks in all sizes, men and women. And every single person on the stage, plus Rick Davis, we worked that line on September 11th. And to meet these people was a life-changing experience. And it kind of brought us full circle with this 5-year project. So I want to thank Kellyanne for inviting us. And also, Father Chris Keenan. He's amazing. I hope everyone ends up with a Father Chris Keenan in their lives. So thank you, Father Chris. I know you're watching. So thank you all. Have a great night.